Hey guys, it's Christine. Hope you're doing awesome. I am certainly doing awesome because I am having raw, vegan, low-fat butter chicken for dinner. This is pretty much the best thing I think I've ever come up with. I'm so excited about this recipe. I came up with it a couple nights ago after I was meditating, and seriously, once it kind of got into my head, I was so excited to try this recipe out that I couldn't really sleep that night. So then I made the recipe the next day and it literally blew my mind. It was so amazing. So for that reason, I just had to make a video for you right away to share this amazing recipe with you. The main special ingredients are durian and jackfruit, and those you can get frozen at most, larger Asian grocery stores, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. And it's just really cool because the jackfruit has a really chewy texture, and it really kind of mimics that chicken texture, so it's really awesome. So I'll show you a little bit of a close-up, and then I'll go over what you're going to need for this recipe. But seriously, you guys have to try this. It will blow your mind. Okay, so this recipe does need a little bit of preparation. So the day before you want to make this dish, you need to make the fat-free coconut milk, and I've already gone ahead and done that. So this is my fat-free coconut milk here, and then I have the pulp here, which is basically just fiber. There's no fat in it anymore. And I'm not going to show you how to make that. Instead, I'm just going to link a video in the description, and a channel name called The Vegan Corner made this recipe, and I found it and I just thought it was so brilliant. And they also have a lot of other really nice recipes on there that are all vegan, obviously, and some are raw and some are cooked, so you should check it out. Okay, so I'll show you the spices, and you're gonna need some chili powder, some cumin, some curry powder, and some garam masala. And then a handful of sun-dried tomatoes, 1 green onion, a little piece of fresh ginger. You can use dried ginger too. A little bit of celery for the sauce as well. 1 date. You can add more than a date if you want. Juice of half a lemon, and some cherry tomatoes. So for everything else, you're going to need a pack of frozen jackfruit. Or you can use fresh jackfruit if you're lucky enough to find it, but it's very difficult to find where I live, so I go for frozen, and I like the texture of the frozen one as well. It's great. And then also, which I highly recommend, is using the durian. If you're a durian lover, you need to add durian to this dish because it just makes it out of this world, crazy, amazing. And so then I've got the cauliflower rice. So to make that, all I did was put the cauliflower in my food processor and just pulsed it a little bit, and you can see it just looks like rice now. And then I've also got some carrots and some celery chopped up here for the sauce as well. Not to go in the sauce, but to go in the dish. And the first time I made this, I also put in mushrooms. And it was really nice with mushrooms, but I forgot to get mushrooms today, so no mushrooms, but I would recommend also using mushrooms. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've put all the sauce ingredients into the blender, and all I'm going to do now is blend it up. Alright, I'm going to pour my sauce into a bowl. And then all we're going to do is just add the rest of the ingredients. So we're going to add the vegetables. And if you're using mushrooms, also add your mushrooms. And now we're just going to cut up the jackfruit. So I had to transfer it into a larger bowl because my first bowl was not big enough. But as you can see, it already looks like butter chicken. So the last thing we're going to do is just add the durian. So I'm just going to add about this much durian. You can always add more. I'm just going to chop it up nice and thin, in kind of semi-thin slices. It's still frozen right now, so it cuts really well. So I recommend cutting it while it's still frozen. And then we're just gonna pop that in the bowl and give it a good mix. All right, you just wanna mix it up so it all blends nicely together, and I would recommend letting it sit for like half an hour just so that all the flavors kind of like intermingle, get nice and thoroughly incorporated. Okay, and when you're ready to eat, you're just gonna spoon some onto your plate, some of the cauliflower rice first. You could also make this out of like zucchini if cauliflower doesn't digest that well for you, which it doesn't really digest that well for me, so I try not to eat like a huge amount of it, otherwise it like gives me bloating and stuff. And then we'll just add some of our yummy butter chicken. Seriously, you guys are gonna love this recipe so much. It's so freaking amazing. Well, there you go, guys. Vegan butter chicken. Enjoy!